be a part of this team, black and white. Strong to quite strong.
That's why I'm saying I'm trying to play cleaner today. I was so surprised he didn't react. It's like, what do you do?
Good morning, lacrosse friends. This is E-Box 2019. I'm Stephen Stamp, pleased to be bringing you this game between Ireland, the Emerald Islanders, wearing the Alice Rebesky Memorial white jerseys, going left to right here in the first quarter, and going right to left, wearing their blue with the white trim, Israel. Brian Radotín for Israel taking the face-off, and Will Mahan will do the honors for Ireland, and Mahan will get the first win. Mike Shea comes out of traffic. It's going to take a little adjusting to these Irish in these uniforms, wearing them for contrast so that it's clear for the teams who's what. There's Greg Beret in town to play with the Islanders. Oh, there we go. A great save by Jensen after the opening for Luke Coppinger on the feed from Greg Beret. Beret here to play with the Alberta Warriors. And what an addition he is to this club. It's a huge hit. Right in the middle of the floor as Ben Snyder just runs through the Israeli player who went to set a pick. That will be Israeli possession. They are down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. They get one off and a goal. Just like that, Drew Lazar opens the scoring. 54 seconds in for Israel. Goes right down Main Street. And it's 1-0 for Israel. Mahan and Radotín back at the dot. Radotín comes away with possession for Israel. Will stay out for the offensive shift. Throws it over to the captain, Jacob Silberlicht. Near side to Daniel Applebaum. Radotín looked like he was thinking about a shot. Franklin Parr cuts back to his left. Probing for an opening. 7 seconds to shoot. Right on top, Applebaum almost got it, but the nice save there by John McMillan. Penalty coming to Ireland. It's an interference call to Patrick Szabo, number 22. And Israel, already up 1-0, will go to the man advantage. Applebaum at the top. Silberlicht is in the slot, one of the two lefties out there. Adam Fishman is at the back door looking for a pass. Fishman with 7 goals leading this Israeli team. Gets the pass, back door, doesn't quite connect. Eric Fisher tries to knock that ball loose, does so. Silberlicht couldn't quite control the rebound. And that will be an over and back. And the possession will go to Ireland. Max Lewis will go down and pick it up to start with possession for the Emerald Islanders. Greg Beret runs up top to make himself available. They are killing the penalty, another 1:20 to go. So Lewis just hanging on to it for now. And there's some checking from Seth Mahler. Beret tries to sneak by Chris Friedman. Now he throws it to Lewis with a couple seconds left on the shot clock. Gets away from him. It's going to be turned over anyway, and Ireland had a chance to get the defenders out. Friedman leads it ahead to Lazar. Little hidden ball trick. They're on him. Down to Fisher, back up. Applebaum from the top, over to Fishman. Right on the crease, wide open, great save. Lazar had a glorious chance, but McMillan throws the arm up and tosses it aside. That shot a little bit wide. It was Isaac Bach letting that one rip. Heads back over center, it'll be Ireland ball. And they'll be able to kill the final 25 seconds of their penalty on this possession. Sean Gibson, the captain and veteran for this Irish team, heading off to his 4th World Championships this fall. Israel gets possession. They've got 5 seconds left on the penalty. They're going to slow things down. Another wise decision there. Andrew Kruder. Held on to the ball, passes it off to the offense. We're back to full strength. Bach to Silberlicht. He's driving the net. Splits the D, but it's knocked away. Good D. Parr. One hopper over to Bach. They've got to get a shot off. They do. Is it in time? It is. A reset is called, but Ireland's able to scoop up the loose ball before Israel can get to it. Momentarily eluded Zabo, but he did corral the ball, and they move into the offensive zone. Greg Beret takes the pass. Has a shooting lane, or does he? The ball was knocked down by the stick of Seth Mahler, and here comes Israel back the other way. They've got numbers. Not anymore. It's a bit of a 2-on-2, if unless, yeah. Doug Utting was over on the crease looking for a pass, but nice hustle by Tim Austin to take away that passing lane. Bach to Silberlicht. And there's Utting, who's had a tremendous tournament. Shoots on the run, stopped by McMillan. Israel gets the rebound, and Utting's going to head to the bench. Not sure if he was shaken up or just figured it was time for a change. That gets Lazar out there. He makes the pass, looks for the give and go, but he was picked up on defense by Pete Smith. So Fishman will take the shot, running across the top around Austin. That pass goes awry. It was Ben Snyder getting a stick on the passer. Ireland sets up. They trail 1-0, 5 minutes into the first quarter. There's a chance, Lewis, but he is stopped by Jared Jensen. Applebaum leaves it for Fisher. Heads to the bench, is told, stay out. It's a little shovel pass from Lazar. Applebaum tries to get it up to Bach, who's a little high. And Ireland will go after it. Connor Dockery was heading for the ball. He'll head back to his bench and let Greg Beret pick it up. Beret to Brendan Boyle. Boyle sidestepping. Nice feed through, and the shot swallowed up by Jensen. Good chance there for Chris Case. Wasn't able to find the back of the net, though. Still 1-0 in favor of Israel. Franklin Parr. Israel gradually getting their full offense out there. They've got 5 now. And Bach with 10 on the shot clock. Lobs it across, gets away from Fishman. Breakaway from Mike Shea. He's got 1 goal in the tournament. He's got all kinds of chance for another one. Big save, Jensen. Throws the right arm out to turn it aside. Jensen goes and gets the ball. Shea will go after. He knocks the ball loose momentarily, but Radotín recovered it. Parr, little touch pass, doesn't connect. Scooped up by Dockery. Dockery will leave it there for Brendan Boyle, and the offense will set up. Lewis, little slip pick, runs through. Gibson trying to catch Jensen off guard and may have done so, shooting on his off foot. Just a bit of a surprise take. And he hit the post. Had a spot on the far side as Jensen was settling, but it gets out of bounds. Nowhere for that one to go in on the attempt by Brendan Boyle. And Israel comes the other way. Utting running with the ball. He'll play both ends of the floor. Utting a lot of these players will. Penalty coming to Ireland. Utting primarily a D tranny player. He plays in the Arena Lacrosse League. To me, he's one of the players who's just outside of the National Lacrosse League. There's Jake Silberlicht going for a drive, stopped by McMillan. And that will bring about the illegal substitution call to the Emerald Islanders. Their head coach, Jeff Dowling, pulling double duty in this tournament. He's also the coach of the Canada U20 team. They're actually up next against Switzerland. Should be a fun game. On the other bench, oh, there's a shot by Isaac Bach. And that bounces right inside the post. Perfect placement just past the midpoint of this first quarter. It's 2-0 for Israel. Applebaum with the assist as Bach makes it 2-0. To say on the other bench, Brad MacArthur, the head coach. He's actually getting some assistance from Kevin Harper, who's not quite ready to play yet. He's sure he's hoping to play later in the week at the Alice Rebesky Memorial, which you can watch on the same channel. It will be a lot of fun. Games fast and furious, short games under 50 minutes each. The intensity is heightened. Ben Snyder got it all the way up into the offensive zone. He stays. And there's a finish. Connor Merritt was determined to get that shot off the initial one. And the rebound leads to a goal, the first for the Emerald Islanders, coming from the stick of Chris Case. Mahan with another face-off win, but then the shovel pass goes awry. Can't get it to Connor Dockery, and it's scooped up by Doug Udding. Udding will hand it off to Parr. Parr with the blue face mask over there. Tries to grab that rebound, gets away from him. That's, I believe, is to suit his Music City Club from Nashville. Plays at the Lasnai tournament in the fall. There's a save by McMillan. Outlet pass to Dockery. He was met almost right at mid-floor there by Noah Molnar. And Molnar picks up the ball. He's all alone in on McMillan. Reaches far side, but McMillan is all over that one. And now the outlet pass. We have a penalty coming to Ireland. Seems most likely to be illegal substitution. Yeah, Greg Barea is coming off the bench to come serve it as the in-home. Applebaum at the top. Shot from Fishman, well wide, comes right out to Applebaum though. He'll get it back to Fishman. Hard shot absorbed by McMillan. Another penalty coming now. It's going to be a slashing call to Mike Shea. Shea, a highly physical defender. Very aggressive, very strong, very fast. Terrific player. He has a weakness, is a tendency to take some penalties. A few more than could be useful. You don't mind some of them, obviously, because it's part of making the other team uncomfortable playing in the offensive zone, but you hate to go down 5-on-3. Backdoor pass picked off, or at least knocked away by Dockery. Or sorry, that's by Brendan Boyle, who plays all over the floor as well. Boyle had it in his stick, but was trying to leap over a player. There's a hard shot swallowed up by McMillan as Fisher ripped it sidearm. 1:08 left on the 5-on-3 advantage. Obviously the best case scenario for Ireland is to kill 28, 29 seconds, then get a shot and a rebound. Hard to do when you're outnumbered up there. Lewis double teamed. Eventually the ball does pop out. Radotín was up the floor looking for a breakout pass, but nice work by the Irish, by Lewis, to tangle things up just long enough that they could get some defenders out. And there's no chance for Radotín to break to the net once he received the pass. There's Fisher. Playing catch with Bach. Fishman takes the shot. Looked like he had Bach for a pretty good backdoor chance, but elected for the shot. And then Bach gets the backhand whip, reverse whip, and is knocked flat for his efforts as McMillan makes the save. There's a chance for Bach. I think that was off the post. McMillan was coming hard over. May have been his foot that banged it up out of play. Fresh 30 for Israel. 4 on the first penalty. First penalty's over. Beret runs into the fray. Now he'll take off up the floor. 12 left on the second penalty, so Ireland's going to be able to kill them both. Boy, that can be a boost for your morale when you're able to kill both ends of the two minors. And a goal by Sean Gibson on his offside. Again, a little off schedule. Throws Jared Jensen off a bit and bounces one through the 5-hole to tie this up 2-2. Gibson with both goals for Ireland, and I believe Bach has both for Israel. We're 11:33 into the first quarter, and it is all even. This matchup of the eyes. Violation by Will Mahan will give possession to Israel, and Ireland will go to the defense. Silberlich with the ball. Franklin Parr on the near side. Bach tries to duck underneath. Boyle does so, gets there, swatted away, penalty coming. Oh no, it's just a reset call, my bad. Thought the hand was staying up for a moment. Nice pick off by Brendan Boyle, he's taking off. Tried to run through Franklin Parr, winds up going around him, and all of a sudden a wide open Zabo just couldn't handle the pass. It bounces off to Lewis, or to Jensen. Fishman. Hard shot, low and wide. Silberlich will just roll it into the corners. The shot clock about to expire. I think he was going after it, but it is Connor Dockery passing the ball ahead to start the possession for Ireland. Snyder almost got across center. They had the ball stolen. Nice one-hand pass, and oh, great foot save off the Applebaum shot after Matthew Flapan created that opportunity and then made the pass to set up the chance for the goal. Flapan running back with some hard defense again, helped by Seth Mahler. Mahler does a nice job of turning the Irish player, Dean Wojciechowski. Tosses it across, tried to get it to Beret. It's a little high for him and off into the Israeli bench. Franklin Parr driving to the net, shot just a little high. Great job to get past Mahan for the chance, but then the shot just wasn't quite what he wanted. Fisher, though, gets exactly what he wants. The low bouncer up into the top of the net. I guess every bouncer is low. If it hits the ground, it's got to be low. 1:06 to play in the first quarter, and it's 3-2 Israel on the Fisher bounce shot. Radotín almost had it. Oh, it's swatted ahead by Gro Dunbar. If you happen to be someone in charge of a rugby or lacrosse, oh, what a finish! Doug Utting on the back door takes the pass from Franklin Parr, and tennis rackets at home. 2 quick goals back to back for Israel. Utting with the second, and it's 4-2. The Israelis doubling up the Irish. I was going to say, if you happen to be involved with a rugby or lacrosse program in the United States, and you need a coach, a college program that needs a coach, get in touch with Gaurav Dunbar. Tremendous man, tremendous athlete. He'd be an asset to your program, and he's looking for an opportunity. He's been in Ireland for quite a while. It's time to head back stateside. Oh, wide open chance for Applebaum. The save by McMillan, and he just stays on the ball. Now it pops out of his gear. We're into the final 24 seconds of this first quarter. We'll see if McMillan comes to the bench. Nope. They're just going to go with the 5-on-5. Gibson tosses it back up to Beret. Beret down along the far side, cutting in the middle. Flip pass is picked off by Udding. 5 seconds, probably a good thing that he didn't pull the goalie. Oh, that pass can't quite connect with Mahler. And wide open chance for Mahler at the last second, but it was just after the last second. So no opportunity there. And Mahler and McMillan will share a smile. A little bump from Ben Snyder to Mahler. And we will take 2 minutes as the first quarter break. I'm Steven Stamp. This is eBox 2019. Welcome back to Lacrosse Friends. I am Steven Stamp. This is eBox 2019, the European Box-Lacrosse Invitational in lovely Radotín at the Lacrosse Club Radotín, home of the Custodes and the Wolves. Israel will have the first possession off a face-off violation. And Doug Udding is going to slow things down, wait for his teammates. Udding out there on the ball team all the time. Somebody's stick just broke. It was Drew Lazar setting a pick, snapped the shaft, and another stick on the ground. This one intact. There's a chance right on top for Fishman. That's turned aside by John McMillan. Loose ball foul, and Ireland will get the ball. Brendan Boyle running along the far boards. Big hit. He is flattened there. Joshua Schwal. Laying on the muscle. Chris Case didn't look too happy with the way things were playing out down in the corner, but order is restored. Ireland back to the offense. Lewis winds up, lets it rip. Well wide, it's snagged there by Andrew Kruder. This is Flaypad, watched by Greg Beret. Tries to muscle his way in, Beret repels him. Hits the cutter. Bach had to make sure he had it. Is it in? No. McMillan spun around, it got behind him, but rolled just wide of the post as McMillan got enough to keep it from going into the net. Pass ahead by Aiden Miller. Bray keeps the ball moving, now he gets it back. Lewis trying to get away from Flaypan. Bit of help from Ben Snyder with the pick. Snyder takes the pass now. Tries to bull his way through, but has the ball stripped away from him by the combination of Udding and Flaypan. That's actually Schwal and Udding. That shot goes wide, gets up out of play, and Mikey Shea will run the ball. Off to Beret. Penalty coming after the double team on Connor Merritt. It's going to be an illegal cross check as he was bounced back and forth like a pinball a little bit there. So it's Flaypan, the second bumper in that pinball game, who gets the cross-checking penalty. She got a little high. See how the Irish power play can do here. Coppinger thought about a shot momentarily. Bouncing ball snagged by Flaypan. Lobs it ahead. Grabbed there by Udding. He's got a lane to the net. Comes in on McMillan. Twister, 5-hole stopped. McMillan holds on to it. Great job to not allow a rebound and hands it off to Brendan Boyle to go set up the offense. Four righties out in this power play, so Greg Beret switches to lefty. I just want to see him get the ball and see how he does. Gibson's pass goes stick helmet back to him. Bouncing off of Kruder. There's Beret. He's back to his righty to take a shot late in the shot clock. Gets a rebound, but Jensen doesn't let it go too far and jumps on it immediately. Israel goes to the penalty kill with 53 seconds left on their man disadvantage. Rotatory. Watched by Deanoy Witka. Runs into Ben Snyder after he passes off the ball. There's Bach with a goal. I believe that's his third as he goes high to high, just drifts one over the shoulder of McMillan. Short-handed marker for Israel makes it 5-2. Ireland with possession off the draw. Plenty of time left on this power play. They've got 20 seconds. Almost identical on the shot clock. That pass goes in. The pass by Beret somehow got caught up in Jared Jensen. Everyone was standing for a couple seconds looking for the ball. You can watch on the replay and see, I did not see how that got in there into Jensen, but everyone was looking at him and wondering where it was. He moved a bit. Okay, now Ryan Wallace and Keith Gagne having a discussion. It's a goal. Nobody stepped in the crease. Play wasn't blown down. I think Israel is arguing that the ball had been out of sight long enough that play should have been stopped, but it just fell down and bounced behind the goal line. What a weird one to make it 5-3. Greg Beret with his first of the game. Connor Dockery gets it ahead to the captain, Sean Gibson. Gets stripped of the ball. A double team from Israel, and immediately on the forecheck, Flapan was not aware that Gibson was there. He's just making sure he had the ball, and Gibson all over him. This may be a 10-second count. They just get it across with about a second to spare. Ahead to Molnar. Nice play by Kruder to move the ball up. Now they're down to 12 on the shot clock as they still just about to get their 5th offensive player out. It's Silberlicht. Oh, what a lovely goal. You're going to say no, it was a crease violation. Just landing before the ball got in. Terrific effort by Drew Lazar, but just touching down before the ball got in. Hard shot by Beret, turned aside by Jensen. Tell you that last one's one if you have a challenge flag as a coach, you're probably going to throw it because it's so close. Keith Gagne in perfect position to make the call and emphatically waved it off. Still, probably worth a challenge. Nice shot by Beret on the far side. It's just so hard to see at full speed as things are developing exactly when everything happened. Beret takes a solid whack. Withstands it. Across to Boyle. Boyle spins through. Toe drag. Gets a nice shot off. Great job to get through the 2 defenders. Got by Kruder and Applebaum. 2 big fellas and just muscled his way between them. Now he'll toss it out to Beret and they'll restart with a fresh 30. 5-3 for Israel. Illegal pick called against Luke Coppinger. Applebaum just waiting for everyone to get out and join him on offense. Change is complete and away he goes. 15 on the shot clock. Bach looking for another, has some space. The shot, rebound popped right to Applebaum, but it just eluded his stick. Silberlicht has it back. Moving pick called on Israel. Back-to-back moving picks, and away comes Ireland. Off to the races. Kind of forced the shot as Radotín was coming hard after him. So Demoy Witka, I don't think got the shot he was hoping to. Here comes Udding back the other way. Hits the cutter, Silberlicht down in the crease, Parr shot. Saved by McMillan. Ball rolls to the corner. Scooped up there by Szabo. Nice pass to Boyle. Drives to the net and is pushed into the crease. That's going to be a crease violation. Israel ball. Oh. It looks like we might have a holding penalty. I believe that's Jacob Silberlicht heading to the box. Yep, Silberlicht for 2 or less as we were exactly halfway through this second quarter. 7:30 in, 7:30 to go. And Luke Coppinger will start with the ball up at the top for the Emerald Islanders. The other righty is Sean Gibson at the shooter spot. And, Connor Merritt, number 15, slips into the slot. Gibson shoots and scores just like that. His 3rd of the game. He's got a power play goal 5 seconds into the man advantage to make it 5-4. Ireland pulling within 1. Sean Gibson, quite an ambassador for the game. Moved to Ireland, naturalized. He's actually moved into Europe now, I believe. Remember, is he in Belgium? Might be Belgium. Just double check that. But he has done a ton for lacrosse in Europe, really growing the game on this side of the pond. Trail wrap check by Udding, but he can't get it knocked away. But now he'll scoop up the loose ball as it does come free. Ben Snyder went for the big hit on Udding after he'd made the pass. There is Israel the other end. Bach can't accept the pass, and nice defensive play down to the other end by Roy Witka. That pass is tipped, but still grabbed. Tremendous job adjusting by Mikey Shea. He's turned aside. Udding's broken his stick now. He'll run Shea into the boards. Shea turns and goes after him. Shea with a hand to the face for Udding. So far, no penalties. And Dan Applebaum just comes in and pulls Udding away. No penalties, but it appears a stern warning to knock off the nonsense. And we'll continue 5-on-5. Will we? Oh no, Doug Udding is getting a penalty. He just had to go and get a new stick. Yep. Okay, yeah, no penalty. I was right. Udding was heading towards the penalty box. So I thought because the stick had broken, he obviously had to go get a new one. You don't send a player to the penalty box with a broken stick or without a stick. There's Gibson. Faked the shot, then we're in behind the net, but had it stripped away by Kruder, who now is all over Boyle. Sorry, that's Chris Case. That's Boyle with the ball now. Case set to pick for him, rolls, but well defended by Chris Friedman and Andrew Kruder. Friedman, 26. Perfect job coming off the pick to stay with the picker and roller. Ball goes out of play and Israel has possession. Very close game here. Lazar. Looking for the pass back, got it, but he was too far down to do anything with it at that point. So he just runs out. Big pick by Jake Silberlicht. It's a possession holding call against Israel. I think that was on Isaac Bach as he kind of tied his man up. It leads to a chance at the other end, but Chris Case can't bury it. Jensen with the save. Jensen comes out to throw a hit. Getting highly involved in the play at that end to the floor. Baller slowing things down, leaves it for Fishman. Lazar with a pick, re-pick, cuts to the middle. Pretty well defended by Mikey Shea, who now jumps up on Fishman, flattens Fishman. Big hit by Shea in the middle. You see Shea and Fishman there. Oh, and then Shea gets up into the face of Lazar. Boy, between Shea and... Oh, and then there's a collision as McMillan comes out of his net. Now a hand comes up. It's going to be Ben Snyder going to the box. Oh boy, between Shea and Snyder and Garode Dunbar, they're banging and crashing in front every time the Israelis come to the middle of the floor. Oh, two Irish players. It looks like Shea and Snyder are going. So just like that, it'll be 5-on-3 for Israel. So interference and illegal cross-checking the calls. So with 4:58 to go here in the half, in a 5-4 game, Israel a perfect chance to extend their lead. Lazar, fake, waits, fakes. There's the pass, the rip by Bach, saved by McMillan. He gets back on his post. Fishman down low. Lazar with a pass cross crease. Bach, Fishman, beautiful tic-tac-toe passing. We need a couple more ticks and tacks in there. About 5 passes in quick succession by the Israelis. And Fishman finishes on the crease, 6-4. That'll release Mikey Shea at the first of the penalties. Udding swoops in to grab the ball. threw the ball to a teammate. It worked out just before he went over center. I think he felt he may have been called for over and back. He wouldn't have been, shouldn't have been. Off the face-off, that's not an over and back violation. Hard shot by Applebaum. Misses wide, goes hard off the boards. He's going to be the first guy to track back. And that's going to be a delay of game penalty. No, I guess it's not. Ireland certainly felt it should have been. So Israel remains on the power play. Greg Beret trying to kill some time here. 15 on the shot clock for Ireland. Beret lost his stick under checking from Chris Friedman. Ball pops loose. Silberhook gets it ahead. And Andrew Kruder's surveying to see who he's got with him. Lazar, he would have taken the pass coming off the bench through the middle there. But they're going to wait and set the full power play up. Applebaum. Hard shot by Bach. Gets a bit away from McMillan on the rebound. Ball still loose. Kicked ahead. Don't hate that play by Aiden Miller to get the ball out of range, but it does get it back to the Israelis, and a chance for Bach. Is it in? It's in! Ryan Wallace says no. He's right there. From up here, from this angle, it looked like the ball had rolled across the goal line, but Ryan Wallace was right there in position to wave that one off. Very close as McMillan reached back to grab the ball. Pass picked off. Off to the races is Molnar. 3-on-3. The trailer is Flapan. He's the dangerous one. And then the man off the bench was Parr. They couldn't quite connect on the pass, though. Gibson pins Flapan. Flapan doesn't have his stick, so that's going to make it easy for Brendan Boyle to swoop in and snag that ball. Boyle, another one of these players, will play both ends of the floor. You just saw him playing defense. A solid job back there. And he will go up and be one of the more dangerous Emerald Islanders on the offense as well. Ball popped away from Case. And then as he's hit by Utting, the ball bounces right over to where he was going himself with the hit. Bray scoops it up. 3 to get a shot off. Great strip by Utting. Can't quite scoop it up the first time. He's got it now, though. Play's blown in. Oh, the 30 had expired before Utting got possession. That's why the whistle for the stop and then the quick start as he was picking it up. Nice work by Fisher to get the pass across. It does skip away from Lazar. He head directs Jake Silberlicht to go into the traffic. Lazar bounces off the check from Shea and is able to get a shot off, but McMillan closed in on his post and turned it aside. Shea runs the floor. There's Boyle on the offense, driving underneath. Rotatori sticks with him. And he's just driven across the slot. That was Joshua Schwal driving him. Now the call is to go possession back to Ireland on a loose ball foul. Boyle and Case playing two-man game. Boyle on the run, looking for the shot, loading it up, but nothing was there. Pass doesn't quite connect, but Gibson tracks it down in the corner. Hard sidearm pass doesn't connect. Molnar can't handle it. Just avoids a huge hit, and there's a hit. I believe that was Kruder laying the boom. Final 15 seconds. McMillan indicating to the bench that he's ready to come for an extra attacker, but Israel gets a shot off. It's a good thing, or Ireland shoots, and it's a good thing he's back there to face Franklin Parr and make the save. Huge save by McMillan on Parr. Franklin Parr, all he can do is lean on his knees, hands on his knees, and laugh at that save that McMillan made on him. What a terrific first half of lacrosse it is. Israel 6, Ireland 4. At eBox 2019, I'm Steven Stamp. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half.
No, she's practicing right now. She went in yesterday with our friend. She doesn't go to we'll take off probably half. I'm gonna go find that out. Is that the hotel that yeah. Okay. Just hop on there. Yeah. Right?
Hello, lacrosse fans. We're underway in the second half of this tremendous game. Israel 6, Ireland 4, and Israel has possession. Drive to the net by Bach. It's going to be a holding call. Ball went in the net, but he was already in the crease. Isaac Bach driving hard, and Will Mahan put the clamps on him. Not sure that Mahan agrees. I think he's putting his hand up to say, yeah, you got me. But a power play for Israel. They will face Irish goaltender Sean Murphy. We'll get into Murphy's story shortly. Rip from the outside. Oh, and it squeaks through between the arm and the body on the hard outside shot to make it 7-4. Power play goal 39 seconds into the second half. Fishman with the rip. Just want to give a shout out to Sean Murphy and all his family and friends. We're so pleased to have him here. He went through a bit of a tough time at the moment. He went in to have his tonsils out, I believe it was. And they found a lump, did a check. They thought it was okay, not a big deal. Turns out it's lymphoma, and he is starting Wednesday. We'll be starting chemotherapy to deal with that lymphoma. And you would not know it from talking to Sean. He is eternally positive, one of the true gentlemen in the game of lacrosse. And we are thrilled that he was able to come. They said, well, it's not going to change how we treat you if you're a couple of weeks later. It's not going to change the odds or the chances. So he is here, and all of Ireland and all of the lacrosse world is pleased for him. Great trail check to take away a glorious opportunity for Silberlicht, as Garrod Dunbar just came and chopped down on Silberlicht's stick. So best wishes for a quick and complete recovery to Sean Murphy. His lovely bride is here in attendance, and they're just enjoying the Radotín sunshine and some fine lacrosse. It's 7-4 right now for Israel, as Brendan Boyle will try to help get the Emerald Islanders going again. Hard checking there from Molnar. Shot by Beret just before the shot clock expires, but it went wide, and it will be Israel possession. Parr takes the ball. Shot from outside, saved by Murphy. Goes after the rebound, scoops it up. Great shot by Connor Docker. Did not push that back into the crease, which would have been a back in, but just leave it there and allow Murphy to scoop it up himself. Ben Snyder gets to the pass out of trouble over to Gibson. Illegal pick by Ireland. Silberlicht moves it ahead to Bach. Bach ducks underneath. It was met by Ben Snyder, who rams him to the turf. Boy, it's a physical game. Some big bodies laying some hits. Parr. Toe drag. Tries to pull it back, get the shot off. Snyder's there to bang him. Parr goes to the turf. Gets up and actually runs the crown of his helmet into the stomach of Garrod Dunbar. Not intentional. It was definitely not a play. You can tell just by the way Franklin Parr checked to make sure Garrod Dunbar was okay. But oh, and then Snyder going after Molnar. Now Snyder goes to grab the helmet. Another Israeli player, Joshua Schwal. Snyder is getting fired up, and Molnar is also fired up after having his helmet ripped off. Snyder heading to the box. Let's see what he gets. Could well be, yeah, they're gathering. It could well be either 4 or 5. The referees today, Keith Gagne, Barbara Zeleny, and Ryan Wallace. Ryan Wallace heading over to the far side. Yeah, it's a 5-minute face masking penalty to Ben Snyder. And I believe that's it for him today. He's going to be escorted over to the bench and out of the game. So Greg Beret will come to serve the 5 minutes. That's a double whammy. You lose one of your players, and you have to send the in-home, in this case Beret, who's a tremendous offensive asset, joining the team for the game for 5 minutes. So, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it is 5 up on the board. Right? Looked like it was a 1 instead of a 4 on the left number. It's in a bit of shade, I think. We have a few lights out there. The scoreboard went out last night. Great work by the organizing committee to get it back up and working for today. Huge hit. And Ireland's bench explodes. They're very upset. Well, there's no penalty called as Patrick Zabel was banged into the boards. Now there's a slashing call coming. Sean Gibson heading to the box for 2 for slashing. Oh, no, it's a 5-minute slash. Okay, that's come off. It went up as 5 minutes, and now comes as 2. I thought I saw Barbara Zeleny indicate 2. Backdoor attempt. Great save, Murphy, post to post. What a tremendous job to get across. Mikey Shea comes up with the ball, goes for a run. Absorbs the wrap check on the trail there by Drew Lazar and gets into the offensive zone where he's going to kill as much time as he can with his 5-on-3 disadvantage. Flaypan got a little high. That allowed Shea to get past him. But now Shea just spins off the check. He's got 2 on the shot clock. He'll get a shot off. Great effort by Shea. If that one had gone in, that would have been met by an eruption of cheers from the Irish bench. Instead, Jensen makes the save. Israel comes back up the other way. Applebaum at the top. Going through the crease and playing the ball first, called on Israel. Ireland gets possession. Brendan Boyle runs to the forecourt, and Mahler was there to meet him at center floor. Molnar as well. Mahler and Molnar get it loose, and Molnar comes up with the ball. It'll be Ireland possession on a loose ball foul called against Israel. Big hit applied by Schwal. Just a one-man wrecking crew out there, just running through people. Big and strong. He's great leverage too. Gets down low and drives with his legs. Really can move people. Fisher. Applebaum takes it from the bench. Israel was just 4 players on the floor for that possession. Quite sure why. Gibson will be released in 4 seconds. Okay, and Israel now sending a 5th runner out to play defense. Gibson joins the offensive set and takes the pass. Far side to Merritt. Back here to Roy Witka. Ripped from outside with 8 on the shot clock by Connor Merritt. Applebaum with it up top. Fishman hands it off, and Lazar's shot was knocked down. Aiden Miller ran it into the forecourt, pulled up and hands it off. Leaves it there for Lewis. That ball is popped loose. Terrific D by Radotín. And then flips it behind the back to Matthew Flaypan. He's going one-on-one. He's got a spin move coming? Nope. So just back in and hold it up. They've got 1:18 left on the 5-minute major to Ben Snyder. Diving attempt. Murphy all over that one. He gave up the 1 goal on an early shot that squeaked between his arm and body. And since then, he has been excellent for this Irish team. Boyle takes the pass. Still 48 to kill on the penalty. Schwal gets up onto Boyle. There's Merritt to be an outlet on the far side. Schwal pins Boyle. Boyle's got it trapped against his chest. That's withholding. He doesn't like the call, but it was pretty clearly pinned up against him. Volnar will turn out. Leave it for Bach. Fishman switches to righty. There's Lazar with the sidearm rip. It gets through. Lazar was running back. I think he was running to the bench to get a defender out. And they had to let him know that his shot had gone in. Boy, Murphy's given up 2 goals, and both of them he got substantial pieces of the ball. They just squeaks through. That's a power play goal. 8 seconds to go on the penalty. Of course, it's a major, so it will not release off that 1 goal. Boy, Ireland was 8 seconds away from withstanding the 5-on-3. Aiden Miller picks up that ball, muscles his way through Radotín. Now just running, gets a stick helicopter out of his hand, and grabs on to Radotín. May have gotten away with one there as he grabbed 2 hands, one on either side of the jersey of the shoulder of Radotín, just rammed him into the boards. Utting sidesteps around Gibson, hands it off. .9:06 into the 3rd quarter. It's 8-4 Israel. Nice trail check there. Great job by Wojciech to strip the ball and get it to be an Ireland possession. Mikey Shea gives it to Boyle. Shea hits the bench. Beret will come out, be the 5th attacker. He's just coming into the formation now, gets the pass, lets it rip a little bit wide, hard off the boards into the backside of the net, and Jensen snags it there. Mahler on the run along the boards, watched by Boyle. Connor Dockery directing traffic for his defense. Franklin Parr has it, and Dockery sends his man Boyle to cover him. Now Fisher at the top, and Dockery will take him himself. Lots of movement on the far side. Shot by Lazar. Austin lays a hit on him. And the 30 expires. Tim Austin will start with possession for Ireland. Shovel pass across to Brendan Boyle. Smart play by Austin to make that pass. He was close to center, could have run it up over center, but then all of a sudden he could be in no man's land. He can't make the pass back to Boyle, who's trailing. So he shovels it early. Boyle, repelled by Kruder, gets it out to Merritt. Just flings a sidearm bomb from way downtown right into the chest of Jared Jensen. On the run, saved by Murphy. And the outlet pass gets it to Aiden Miller. Fishman's on him. Miller's going to reverse hands, flicked it over, had Coppinger coming. Don't know that he saw him there as he kind of cut around behind Miller. Oh, and Miller with the chop on Utting. He's going to go to the box. He got away with one earlier. He won't get away with this one. He just wound up and laid a 2-hander on Utting's hip. Extra attacker out for Israel. Hard shot from the outside. Lazar missed the net. They try to hit Parr cutting through the middle. He winds up, no, he doesn't wind up getting it. They're going to run out of time. So it's a 2-minute minor penalty to Aiden Miller. He makes the long, slow walk across the floor. He had gotten to the bench. Power play chance for Israel to try to extend this lead. They're up 8-4. Just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Connor Dockery gets a little pick from Murphy. A nice push pass out. And they will clear center just in time. Brendan Boyle a bit lackadaisical about getting across center. Really nonchalant at any rate, but he made it. There's Beret. We'll give it to Case. Shot clock expires as Case rolls it down into the far corner. Get the defenders out to try and kill the rest of this penalty. Bach will lob it up to the top to Applebaum. He gets to Fisher, and all three righties have had a touch. Lazar. Right on the crease, Bach went back near side, but missed the net. No, it goes off of Murphy, so Murphy with the save. There's Lazar. Rips one top cheese, far side. What a rocket from Drew Lazar. High to high, bangs it in just where the post meets the crossbar, and it's 9-4 Israel. Mahan with the clamp pulls it up and goes straight to Udding. He has his stick knocked out of his hands. He'll just go after. Big hit, Ramsey. Oh, and an attack here by Garrod Dunbar. He goes after Udding, rips his helmet off. Udding reverses, gets on top and jumps away. Now Udding may get the first one. Dunbar is very upset. He was livid. Udding had lost his stick, just used his hands to run Dunbar backwards into the boards. Dunbar went after him, grabbed Udding from behind, ripped his helmet off. I would think Udding's going to get one. Dunbar obviously is going. And the officials gather to chat and confer on what they saw. Well, the intensity really ramping up as this game goes along. And I can tell you from personal experience that Doug Udding and Garrod Dunbar are two of the nicest men you will meet off the lacrosse floor. Both of them getting up. I mean, Udding did not get involved there. He just, after the initial play, oh yeah, he is going to get a penalty there. Bab Seleny is coming after him to say, come on out. You're coming with us. But two of the great men in this game. There are so many. I mean, we say about so many guys, but when the blood starts firing and heating up in a game like this, things can get pretty intense. We'll wait and see what the calls are. Keith Gagne is talking to the captains. Well, he's talking to Captain Sean Gibson, and it looks like Matthew Flapan for Israel. Up on the board right now is a 2 for Israel and a 5 for Ireland. But another Israeli player has been brought over, so not sure if Udding got something else. So even though there's a penalty on each team, it will be a 4-on-4 situation because the one's a minor, one's a major.
18 has 2 minutes and 14 conduct.
Wait a second. Now we've got some more time going up. Oh, so it looks like Seth Muller has gotten a deuce for unsportsmanlike conduct. So Dunbar with the major for Ireland, Udding and Muller with minors for Israel. So it'll be 4-on-3 for Ireland, and Israel will start with possession. Applebaum watched by Mikey Shea. Shea turns him aside, tries for the wrap check, gets the ball loose. Great strip by Shea, and here's a break for Boyle. Can he get there in time? Wait. Holding call. Just a possession hold. And Israel will get the ball back. Dean Wojcicka providing the defense on Adam Fishman. Besides getting the ball back, the big thing for Israel, of course, is they get a fresh 30. Fishman lost the ball, but he goes and gets it back. Falls to his knees, tries to drag it with him, and Murphy will hop on that one and lob it out. Fishman almost knocked that pass down, but it does get through to Zabo. Will run up into the offensive zone and hand it off to Greg Beret. So Ireland goes to the 4-on-3 power play. They're just getting their fourth attacker out. It's Chris Case to Beret. He'll rip one, a bouncer low to the feet of Jensen, turned aside. Here comes Molnar. He's got some space. Yeah, he pulls it out. Unless you have a wide open look there, that's the right decision, because you've got a 9-4 lead nearing the end of the third quarter, and you're shorthanded. Down 4-on-3, you want to pull that out and get to kill some time. There's 20 seconds left in the 2 penalties to Israel. They've got just 3 on the shot clock. Lazar is just going to let a shot go. Beret tipped that as it went. It actually wound up fooling Murphy, who was down low for the ball. Beret tipped it, went up high, but it went over the net. I think the shot clock had gone anyway. So Sean Gibson will take a rip as the quarter ends. It is 9-4 for Israel. There are 2 seconds left in the 2 penalties to the Israelis. So they will both be released 2 seconds into the fourth quarter. And then there will be a 3-minute stretch where Israel goes to the power play while Dunbar serves his major. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is eBox 2019. So glad to have you with us. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Lacrosse, friends. 15 minutes to decide a winner between Israel in the blue, going left to right now, and Ireland. What is it? Italy. Israel in the blue and Ireland in the white. It is 9-4 Israel, and they are on the power play as Udding and Muller have been released from the penalty box. Got 2:40 left to go in the penalty now to Aiden Miller. Sorry, to Garrod Dunbar, his major. And Israel can score 2 goals on this major before Ireland will go back to even strength. 30-second shot clock expires, and Ireland will get the ball. Mikey Shea with it. Going for a run. He's thinking about having to go at the net, but a bunch of blue Israeli jerseys get out between him and the goal. So Shea will head off. Get Beret on the floor. 3 righties once again for Ireland, almost in Alberta. Sean Gibson was knocked down to the turf, but he's back up. That ball was tipped. I think it bounced off of Molnar. Kruger will toss it ahead, and Flapan runs over center floor right now. 1:46 to go in the penalty for Ireland. Connor Dockery is up to meet him. Speaking of beauties, we're talking about some of the great guys in the game. Connor Dockery, veteran Irish defender, number 3 there. Applebaum comes back to Lazar. Quick stick attempt on the back door and is offside by Isaac Bach. And Murphy is out to the corner to play that ball. Didn't quite come up with it. And will just bounce back to his crease. Boy, Sean Murphy's not easy to, he's hard to miss. Or that bright green reflective helmet. I mean, it's easy to find the goalie. You know where they're going to be, but you know when Sean Murphy's in the house with that bucket on. Wow, and you saw the stick go flying. That was actually Lazar's stick as he tried to check Brendan Boyle. What a job by Boyle to come out of the double team, actually kind of a triple team. This was a double handing off to a different double. Eventually they do get the ball loose, but almost a full 30 killed by Brendan Boyle. And here comes Israel the other way, 40 seconds to go. Lazar with the ball, rips it just a little bit wide. Silberlick gets it back, 16 on the shot clock as Applebaum's at the top. Applebaum. Isaac Bach with the hard shot, but off the boards. Applebaum will get it. With time out. The 30 has expired. Sean Murphy exhorting his men to go, go, go. There's no question. There's a bit of celebration from the Israelis, but I think they knew that ball went in after the shot clock had expired. Greg Beret at the other end tries to get one near side, but Jensen just turns that aside with his arm. Kruger will pull up. On the run, Fishman's shot wide, comes straight back out to him. Tim Austin picks him up again. Gets picked out of the way. Trails. That shot wide, and the shot clock's going to expire. On Israel, Mikey Shea will scoop the ball and go for a run. Udding comes out to meet him. Shea bobbled it momentarily. I don't think there was space for him to go anyway. Udding trying to push Shea over center. And Shea with the offhand just shoves Udding aside. Ball pops out of his stick, he grabs it again. And then as he's running towards the bench, just sends an Israeli player flying. Big hit by Mike Shea. Crease violation by the Irish, and Israel will come back the other way. There's a break and a chance for Bach off the post. Scooped up by Aiden Miller. We've got a 2-on-1. The shot by Gibson. Liked his angle better than the pass. Didn't turn out. There's Kruger. He'll pass it across. That one doesn't get through. He gets it back. Whips one sidearm. Hits the boards. And Kruger's going to go. Thought he was going to pick it up. He decides to just throw the body check. And Flaypan corrals it and gives it over to Kruger. 10 seconds on the shot clock. There's Franklin Parr. He'll let one rip late in the shot clock and way over the net. Almost turned into a chance for Eric Fisher, who grabbed it out of the crease. The 30 does expire, and Ireland comes the other way. Pete Smith got it ahead. Here's Gibson. Reset as Israel comes up with the ball right underneath us. Shot near side. Schwal looking for a goal. Murphy baited him, I think. Left a bit of space and then took it away. Makes the save, and Ireland's back up in the offensive zone. 5.5 into the fourth quarter. Sounds like we've got a drummer underneath us in the stands. Starting to rile things up. Get the excitement built. Oh, big chance right there for Luke Coppinger. Ball bounced up over the net on the crease. And Doug Hunning's just in the middle of everything for Israel. Here's Brendan Boyle, went after him. Those two collided. Nothing much comes of it, and we continue play. 6 minutes into the fourth quarter, 9-4 Israel leads. I'm Steven Stamp. This is E-Box 2019. Couple of days, we'll have the Alice Rebeski Memorial starting. That is when Radotín truly becomes the happiest place on earth. Don't give me that Disney stuff. Flaypan lobs it up top. Kind of handcuffed Applebaum as it short hopped him a little bit, but he managed to catch it right around his chest and hands it off to Fishman. To say again, Israel with just 4 runners on the floor, and then Fisher comes out. Sean Gibson has stayed up the floor, and Israel will score. As Gibson had stayed up the floor for Ireland, so Chris Friedman was staying with him. Israel takes advantage of the space with the 4-on-4 to get a goal and pull up 10-4. They take the lead. Mahan and Radotín. Mahan with the clamp, pops it out in the back of his stick, flicks it over to Shea. Mikey Shea going for a run. Slips by Molnar. Double team, loses the ball. Say a loose ball foul on Israel, and Ireland will get possession. Gibson behind the back. Not sure Coppinger was quite ready for that. And Radotín will come up with the ball. Gibson trying to fool everyone with the quick start and behind the back. Would have worked perfectly, but Coppinger was among those not quite ready for it. There's the cutter. Silberlich takes it in no position to shoot, though, unless he gone reverse whip. No need to rush it, so Parr has the ball. There's Lazar's shot, safe by the foot of Sean Murphy. Pounces on it, makes the quick outlet pass. Sean Murphy won't be in Langley for the World Championships with Ireland this fall. There's a shot and a save by Jensen off case. So we are, just want to say once more how happy we are to have Sean Murphy here and taking part in this tournament. You know he'll be there with the Irish in spirit. Applebaum got through the double team, gets to Parr. He goes to the net, gets stripped. Tim Austin running with the ball, pops away, can't handle it, picks it up now. Pass ahead to Beret. Austin will run with him, cuts to the middle. Beret's going to slow it down a bit. Shot from the offside by Coppinger. Didn't quite come out the way he was hoping to, and it gets up out of play into the mesh surrounding the screen at the back of the netting, behind the net. Keeps things from balls from heading down onto the street. Radotín, as this lovely venue is located right smack in the heart of Radotín, between some residential streets. We're in the Rebeski, you got fans, neighbors looking out the windows to watch the games across the street. Mikey Shea cuts across the top. Takes the wrap check and flips it to Gibson. Can't quite connect with him on the crease. 3 seconds to shoot. Gibson's got it. Oh, reaches far side, just missed, and the 30 will expire as Case tried to pick it up. Radotín will start with possession and flip it over to Flipan. 6 minutes to go. It's 10-4 Israel. Remember, this was a 5-4 game at one point. Ireland just hasn't been able to connect since then, and Israel is slowly, incrementally built on that lead. Parr with the give, press through for the go. There's Bach with the shot, save, Murphy, and tucking it home was Fishman. No chance for Murphy on that one. That's Fishman. Throws the hard fake and just reaches around to tuck it in. It's 11-4 with 5:31 to go here in the fourth quarter. Radotín with the win off the draw and runs down, but Murphy makes the save. Ireland gets the ball and heads back up the floor. Garrod Dunbar to Boyle. Beret flips it back to Merritt. Behind the back attempt. About 6 on the shot clock by Beret. It goes off of Jensen up out of place, but it'll result in a fresh 30. Merritt looking to go for the dunk attempt. Doug Udding was not going to let that, and then Udding strips him. Ball pops free. There's Friedman trying to pick it up. Eventually it's Schwal who will come up with possession. Joshua Schwal running us offside. Great pass and the diving, reaching goal. Beauty by Fishman. Sorry, that's Molnar, Noah Molnar. 31, not 11. Nice connection there by a pair of young Israeli players. Schwal, you can tell he's fairly new. He's still wearing the field bucket. Got to get him a box helmet. Mahan and Radotín. Mahan pulls it out, gets away from his stick. Lazar tried to grab it. Boyle with some hard checking on Bach, but he manages to get it across to Lazar as we're 4 minutes and 15 seconds from the end of this game. Outside shot from Fishman from Lazar was turned aside. No, it was Fishman with it. That's Fishman with it. Little pick from Lazar. Silberlick trying to open up space with a kind of a backing pick, and the pass to Silberlick doesn't connect. It's grabbed by Fisher though. That comes to Silberlick, and as he's flattened by Mikey Shea, he gets just enough on it to direct the ball into the net. Wide open cage, yawning for Silberlick. He flicks it home. And Israel starting to really pull away in this one, 13-4. Radotín gets possession. Ireland, somebody's calling over and back. He hadn't headed towards the Irish goal, so I think that's a good non-call. You are allowed off the face-off to go back over center without it being an over and back call while you have possession of the ball, as long as you haven't established yourself heading towards the opposition net. Lazar has a little trouble picking it up. They've got just 3 on the shot clock, so he'll fire one on the far side. Chris Case and Jacob Silberlick got tangled up there. They're both a little slow to get up, and they appear okay as they trot off to their respective benches. Boyle with the ball as we reach the 3 minutes remaining mark in this game. Greg Beret has it now, tries to swim through the double team. Boyle kind of bumped it away. That's a big hit by Schwal. A loose ball, and Brendan Boyle is going after him, and Now Chris Friedman comes in to just hold on to Boyle. Ireland upset that the initial call wasn't made when Schwal hit Boyle while the ball was loose on the ground. Big hit. So Boyle's going to go to the box, the only penalty from the fracas. It'll be 2 minutes for holding, and Israel will have a power play. Applebaum gets it back at the top. Fishman receives return pass from Lazar. Quick release by Fishman, but it was wide. Rolls away from Fisher on the rebound, and Mikey Shea takes the outlet pass from Murphy. Long pass to Gibson, just there, but it just popped off the stick. Great attempt. Gibson couldn't quite make the catch. Dunbar will come and pick up Fishman. Sorry, Lazar. Silverlick with the big pick. That shot off the face of Sean Murphy for a reset. Down low, Fisher turns, steps on the edge of the crease, and will turn the ball over to Ireland. Aiden Miller going for a run. Eludes a couple of would-be checkers. Greg Bray coming to help. Slip pick. Miller rips a pass across. Coach Jeff Dowling wisely ducking just in case that one skipped away. Chris Case will let one rip. That's well wide. Shot clock is about to expire. You have to do something. And the ball is turned over on time. Silverlick blocks it soccer style with his body and then picks it up, hands it to Applebaum. Cut to the net by Bach. He missed. Fishman can't grab it. Patrick Zabel with the ball, trying to get position. Nice shot, but the save by Jensen. Penalty coming on Applebaum. I believe it's a check from behind. He goes to make sure Zabel's okay. Zabel gives him a pat on the back, says we're good, and Applebaum goes to the box. So it is 2 minutes or less, which would take us beyond the end of the game. It's 14:01 into this fourth quarter right now. Israel up 13-4. 10 seconds left on the Irish penalty to Boyle. Then they'll be on the man advantage. Coppinger takes a peek. Sees that Boyle is coming. We'll go to the captain, Gibson. Over to Boyle. Coppinger back to Boyle. There it is to Gibson. He'll rip one sidearm, goes wide, picked up in front. A little backhand attempt by Chris Case, doesn't work out. We're into the final 28 seconds of the fourth quarter. Kruger needs to get across center, flips it to Friedman. Well, they didn't quite make it. 10-second count. Ireland will have one more chance to get on the board. Boyle jogs across center. Leaves for Coppinger. Mikey Shea out there for the power play, rips one, well wide, goes to Boyle on the other side. That one's wide, comes back to Boyle, and time will run out. The Irish just not being able to find the range late in the game. The final score will be 13-4 in favor of Israel. I am Steven Stamp. This is eBox 2019. 2 more games to come. Cameras will be on, and they will be streamed. And then we'll have a day off before the AHM, the Alistair Rebesky Memorial 2019 kicks off. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you soon.
Coaster?